Hey, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So today is day one of the new 150K evaluation I started with Apex Trader Funding. If you didn't know, back in January when I first created this YouTube channel, I actually based it off the 150K series. So I thought it would be kind of fun to do a full circle of things, as now I'm approaching 6 months into futures trading and before I was just a newbie. So how interesting would it be to see like where I'm at now and comparing it to before? From my psychology, my strategy, to the platform I'm using now, just everything is completely different. So really, really cool stuff in the making. If you guys haven't already subscribed, feel free to do so, because I will be uploading pretty much every day until I pass this evaluation, and that's going to include any wins and losses that I have with it. Another thing too is I mentioned a brand new platform I'm using. So Apex Trader Funding did partner with Tradovate, and I love it a lot. Tradovate, I'm able to not only connect my charts with TradingView to Tradovate, but also I could trade off of my phone, a Mac, or even any PC, and I think that's super convenient. So I love it a lot. Super happy to be part of this platform. If you guys are interested in signing up with Apex or even with Tradovate, feel free to check out my link down below. It is 50% off any of the accounts with my code as well. So yeah, for this very first video, actually, it's not going to be any live trades, as I didn't do any screen recordings at the time of my trades before me really deciding I was going to make this into a series. But I did do a quick little breakdowns of why I took trades and what trades I took and that kind of thing. So yeah, without further ado, let's go to jump into those breakdowns.
So Tradovate is a bit laggy today, unfortunately, where entering, exiting, or adjusting any of my levels would take 10 to 30 seconds, anywhere in between. And Tradovate would also refresh kind of on its own. Hopefully, while we're recording this, you'll see it on camera happening. But yeah, today marks May 8th, 2023. A few live streamers were experiencing the same thing, and a few of my other trader friends. So yeah, hopefully Tradovate does get this fixed up by power hour so I can hop back in. But I only took a total of 2 trades today because of Tradovate being crazy, and I wanted to be safe and save my capital for another day. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into our trade ideas. So my overall idea was that we had liquidity sitting at about 13,250. So I wanted to have a TP at 13,253, 254. So my first trade, I got in a little bad. I was trying to first get in at 273, but unfortunately with the lag, it got me in at 269. With that being said, I scaled in another contract at 273, and I failed to recognize we were in a little bit of a range. So as you see, we had this bottom support, resistance, support, resistance. And so I figured, okay, let's just exit before we reach the top of the range. In the event that if we do break 289, 290, we might have a break to VWAP and even over. And that's actually what happened later on this morning right here. There's that refresh, you see. So that was on its own. I didn't do anything. But yeah, anyways, so I exited right here near point of control, waited for that range breakout to see if it was going to play out, which it did not. So then I re-entered a short around the same area where I exited my first trade, and I held it all the way through. Now, because Tradovate was being absolutely glitchy, I did not want to risk having my TPs down at that original 253, 254 level, as I mentioned. I didn't want to risk my orders not exiting on time or correctly. So therefore, I moved it up to 262 and 265. So then, boom, we pushed it all the way through. My trade idea did work. We came all the way as low as 254. And thankfully, I did have my TP 1 and 2 above here, because Tradovate did glitch, in fact, about 10 seconds for it to actually show that it exited the order, which was really scary. But I'm glad, and then it's gone now, and it's back again. So anyways, I'm just glad I was able to exit at a good time. Had I held longer, yeah, I could have made more money, definitely, but I'm still happy that I was able to exit because it's just acting crazy. So my first trade was a little over $400 loss, and my second trade was a little over $1,000 win. So that's why in total after fees, I brought in 611 total. So we took a few more trades this morning for the New York session. As you can see, instead of being $600 in profit, we are now over $2,500 in profit. My second account is 50%, a little more than 50% to the profit target. And then my third 150K, I have met the profit target of 9,000. So it was a pretty solid trading session, to be honest. So we started off around here, around 7 a.m., where I took that first trade I was talking about in the last clip. And then I got off of trading, as I told you, because Tradovate was being crazy. Then when I finally hopped back on for a power hour, it actually was chilling. So it was around here, 10 o'clock is when I hopped on. Some of my trader friends were already online, so took a few longs, took it up here. And then I caught a piece of this short here from right about this 40 level. And then took it to the downside, to here. And then we got in for this long. So it's kind of crazy because at this moment, I was just throwing wild guesses around, not that it was actually a plan of mine. But I said, well, hey, what if we were to retrace this entire move and then some? And then what happened? We actually retraced the entire move and then some. So it was a very interesting play. I did take this long from down here up until the EMA. And then I got out after this retest here. I got back in right here and I took it to the top side yet again. And then I took one final little short right here to end the morning, and that's how I was able to bring up from 600 all the way to 2,500, an extra $1,900 in my pocket. So yeah, it was a pretty solid play. Honestly, I was not really expecting this to happen. I wasn't sure what to expect. All I knew was that we had liquidity on the ES at 41.60. We had not tapped it yet. And then also here on the NQ, we kept on failing around 55. And then finally we had the break over 55 to push to near 70. So that was pretty cool. I'm looking to see if ES has even pushed. I'm interested to know, did it push to 41.60 yet? It has not. So if it is to push to 41.60, I'm just kind of guesstimating that maybe NQ can run up to 80 to 13,380. So, I mean, who knows, right? I mean, I'm done trading for the day. It's just something that I'm speculating. But nonetheless, very happy with my performance on the overall day, if I'm being quite honest with you guys. It's interesting to see also the grand scheme of things, how choppy this action was and where all the glitching was happening. And then now we finally had some nice movement, and it was pretty obvious we were just hanging above this EMA line. So, yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up the rest of the video.
And that is a wrap of day one for the 150K Apex evaluation. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that this video is a little bit educational and a little insightful to let you see where I'm currently at with my trading performance. I appreciate you guys' time and support. And as always, I wish you nothing but the best and success in your trading journey. I will see you all in episode 2.